Hey guys, it's I'm at the 50 starter, and today I'm going to reacting to the documentary of Kareem Number 2. So let's do this. Alright. David Engel. Oh shoot! Kareem Number 2 was in the redonkulous race. Awesome. Oh man, he got eliminated in canoodling. Shucks. Oh, his brother died. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Girl number 2 is a very smart, laid-back dude who doesn't really take crap from the others. If he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. Girl number 2 acts like a leader and takes responsibility for his mistakes. And he doesn't like going into other people's business, but he takes things personal sometimes. But he sings whole drama JJ. But he thinks realistically, if he's going to lose, he's going to lose, and etc. Girl number 2 is not very ambitious, so he likes to take his time with stuff most of the time, but he gets bored quickly most of the time, and he tries not to show emotions, but because he's kind of an emotional person, and he is trustworthy, and sometimes he will take something for the team to prove something. Alright. Kareem too got his name from his brother who died 2 months before he was born, sadly, and the reason Kareem 2 became so tall is because he had a disease that's called giantism, which made him very tall. Kareem 2 lived in Canada, and Kareem 2 became a very smart person. He graduated. Being very bored and not knowing what to do, he made an audition tape to compete in Total Drama Island because he thought that he could win $1 million, and that would definitely help him, but sadly he wasn't auditioned to play in Total Drama Island, but he was very close. Kareem Number 2 first appeared in Total Drama Island special called Total Drama Island. Kareem Number 2 on the island in his graduation shoot, which kind of made Chris mad, so he made Kareem Number 2 change his clothes, and Kareem Number 2 said in the first confession that he didn't know what to wear, and Kareem Number 2 realized that he needs to find the $1 million team that was Harold and then later JJ. Cool! Kareem Number 2 and the others found $1 million, which made Kareem 2 really happy because he could do so many things with it, but quickly got angry when Duncan and Courtney stole the money. Wow. Okay. At the end of the Total Drama Island special, Chris McLean told Kareem Number 2 that he'll be a contestant in Total Drama Action. This made Kareem Number 2 happy because he got to have a second chance for the $1 million. Cool. When Kareem Number 2 arrived in Total Drama Action, Izzy saw him and jumped right on him and said how tall he was. This made Kareem Number 2 creeped out, but he started listening about it. Kareem talked all about the contestants, became friends with Shauna and Gwen pretty quickly. Kareem Number 2 wanted to be very honest with people, so he told them about how he got his name and people sympathized for him, and it made him feel a little more comfortable for the situation that he is in, and already kind of changed his mind about Izzy. Cool. In the episode called Alien Resurrection, Kareem 2 teamed up with Harold, Heather, and Justin, and they went into a dead end when they were looking for the eggs. And then Chef appeared, and Harold, thinking quickly, said, "Let's use Kareem 2 as a shield," and they did, and Kareem 2 got hit, and he remembered this for later on, but by the end of the episode, he was picked by Trent to be part of his team. Cool! In the third episode of Total Drama Action, Kareem 2 was picked to be the actor mainly because of Izzy, and Kareem 2, seeing this as a possibility to do something, he purposely did very bad in the challenge and blamed it on Izzy because she told him to be the actor, and he succeeded Justin, and he succeeded. Justin saw it and tried to make an alliance with Kareem 2, but he refused. Cool. What the? Alright. In the next episode, Trent went to Kareem 2 to get advice on why Gwen is not interested in him. Kareem 2 told him that he's trying too hard and needs to chill out or break up with her. Trent took his first advice and it didn't work too well, and so he did the second advice, breaking up with Gwen, and then Kareem 2 and Trent became friends. The next episode later, Kareem 2 accidentally saw DJ in his illegal alliance with Chef Hatchet, but he didn't say anything. A couple episodes later, JJ told Kareem 2 that Justin is not what he seems. Kareem made Number 2 agreed because he had some problems with Justin, so Kareem number 2 and JJ made an alliance and made a plan to eliminate Justin. But because JJ was on the other team, Kareem number 2 had to convince people. But sadly, it didn't work out and almost made him eliminated. But sadly and luckily, Trent left. The next episode, Izzy returned and she was more happy than ever. Kareem number 2 realizing that she might know what he did to her, so he apologized to Izzy. After a couple of minutes, Kareem number 2 realized that Izzy likes playing with him because he was really tall, so Kareem number 2 started talking to Izzy and became friends with her, and he was on the right track. Justin said some bad things about Kareem 2 to Lindsay and Beth, but Kareem 2 didn't care. He just wanted to do him. That's nice. Oh wait, no, oops. A couple episodes later, Kareem 2 was not acting the same and he wasn't going to sleep, so JJ told him what's wrong. Kareem number 2 said that he doesn't know what he's going to do in life, and he's how tall he is, and he needed to prove something. JJ gave a speech to Kareem 2 and said, and it made Kareem 2 way more happier, and he was back in action. Let's go! In episode 15, Kareem number 2 had to face LaChana in a basketball contest, where Kareem number 2 easily dominated, and it gave Kareem number 2 an idea on what to do. Kareem number 2 saw Justin doing something sneaky, but Kareem number 2 doesn't like going into other people's business, so he made a plan. He went to Lindsay to see if she was doing anything, but she wasn't. So Kareem number 2 told her about Justin, and she would remember this for later on. Whoa! In episode 16, it merged, and Kareem 2 was happy about it. The reason that he hasn't talked to Izzy in a while, he went to Izzy to go talk, but Izzy wanted to do something with Kareem 2, and Kareem 2 agreed, and Izzy and Kareem 2 went swinging on the ropes. Kareem 2 got really scared and started to get feelings for Izzy. He realized that he liked her, but that didn't stop Kareem 2 from being just him, and sadly, Izzy was eliminated. Ah, fudge lighters. That's dang. Whoa. In episode 17, they had to create their own costume. Kareem 2 created his, but Chris didn't like it and gave him a 5 out of 10, which made Kareem 2 mad, but he didn't care in the end. That's nice. In the next part of the challenge, it was Kareem 2's turn to compete, and he did, and he was doing really good until Chef Hatcher accidentally threw a ball at Kareem number 2 that broke his arm. Chris told Kareem 2 that if he wanted to quit the game because of injury, but Kareem number 2 said no because he can do many things with the money and he came too far to give up. So a couple minutes later, Kareem 2 saw JJ and Courtney arguing. He didn't interrupt, but he changed his mind about Courtney as a person and really didn't like her. So in the elimination ceremony, Kareem 2 voted Courtney, but sadly JJ was eliminated. Ah, fudge lighters! After JJ was eliminated, Kareem 2 wanted revenge, so he went to Duncan to tell him to finally end things with Courtney, and he did. Kareem 2 did this because he knew their relationship was unstable, and Courtney broke down into tears. Kareem 2 went into the confessional and said, "I'm not typically a malicious person, but that was just amusing. Ha 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 ha." In the next episode, Kareem 2 was told Lindsay if she remembered what he said about Justin, and Lindsay did remember. So for the challenge, Kareem 2 was picked to be a knight to save Princess Courtney. He completed the first part along with Justin and Duncan. Kareem 2 asked Duncan to lose because he broke up with Courtney and that he had a plan. After Duncan agreed and failed, it was just Justin and Kareem 2. Justin and Kareem 2 weren't climbing the building. Then Kareem 2 had a plan. Because he was so tall, he grabbed Justin and threw him off the building. Kareem 2 went to Courtney, but because Chris McLean said they had to fight, Courtney hit Kareem 2 in the head, which discombobulated him, and Kareem 2, not wanting to lose, grabbed Courtney and threw her off the building, making him win immunity. Let's go! In the elimination ceremony, Kareem 2 did something that no other person had ever done before. He gave his immunity to Lindsay, making them really close friends. And because Justin was weak, Kareem 2 voted Justin, and Justin went home, making Kareem 2 very happy and accomplished. Oh no. It's elimination episode. No! The next 2 episodes later, Kareem 2 was very happy and optimistic because it was the final 5. Kareem 2, Harold, Lindsay, Courtney, and Duncan. Before the next challenge started, Harold realized something. He noticed that Kareem 2 was a big threat and had an alliance member, so he planned to stop them. In the challenge, Kareem 2 thought if Courtney didn't win, he would be safe because he wanted to eliminate Courtney. But sadly, Courtney won. Harold had smooth talked Duncan into winning Kareem 2, and Kareem 2, seeing all this, didn't want to talk to anyone but Lindsay, and Lindsay and him had a very nice conversation. Courtney saw Harold being sneaky. So Courtney actually tried to help Kareem number two, but Kareem number two said, "I don't care if you try to help me or not. I don't pay any attention to the ones I know are fake." After that, Courtney stopped and came to her own conclusion, which would impact the following episode. In the elimination ceremony, Kareem 2 was sadly voted out in fifth place with 3 votes for him and 2 votes for Harold. Lindsay was the other person who didn't vote for him. But even though Kareem 2 was eliminated, it was definitely not the last time we see Kareem 2 Marcelo Sarlo. Okay. Toll Drama Action Special. In Toll Drama Action Special, Kareem 2 and Owen had a little fight about Izzy. Kareem 2 was a little bit uncomfortable, so he stopped the fight about Izzy by coming to an agreement with Owen, and that he'll stop talking to Izzy and Owen could do whatever he wanted. But Kareem 2 didn't like Owen after this. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Kareem 2. I hope you could do. I hope the best comes to you. Because of Toll Drama Action, Kareem 2 became really popular, and Kareem 2 was happy because of the fame. But soon the fame would become too much for Kareem 2 to handle. Everywhere he was a fan recognized him and asked questions about him, and it gave him anxiety, but he didn't know how to deal with it. And one time, Kareem 2 and Eva were asked questions by Sierra, but Sierra was taking pictures of them without permission, making Kareem 2 and Eva hate Sierra. Whoa! And also, made Kareem 2 and Eva become friends because they were actually quite similar. Cool. What the funnel cake? So because of what happened in Toll Drama Action, Kareem 2 wanted to try basketball, but he sadly did not get the call back to play in the basketball team or anything because they said he was good, but not what they were looking for. When Kareem 2 was on his way to the red carpet, a fan of Kareem 2 flashed him with a bright camera, which gave Kareem 2 a seizure and could have made him die. Whoa! If he didn't get to the ambulance quick enough, but luckily he did. And when Kareem number 2 was in the hospital, he received notes from other contestants and his family and fans. When he was getting better in the hospital, he was trying to watch TV and saw that neither his name nor the other contestants' name were mentioned at all. This made Kareem 2 very mad, but he couldn't do anything. When Kareem 2 was right, he saw on the TV that was with Chris McLean would be in Toll Drama World Tour. Kareem 2 was sad, but he knew he had to do something. But the other contestants felt sympathy for Kareem 2, so they told Chris to please let Kareem 2 be a contestant, which Chris unwillingly did, and this made Kareem 2 actually very happy. Wow, good for you, Kareem 2. I'm glad that all the contestants support you, and shout out to Toll Drama JJ for giving me the Kareem 2. I respect him. And I can't wait to see more info on the Redonkulous race later.